On the first episode, we proved it that the young ones are ready by listing young politicians who are sailing the political waters against odds. And we know you've been waiting for us to answer the question, what are their achievements? Now, let's pick Nigeria's challenges one after the other and x-ray their achievements in each regard. First, security. It is no news that Nigeria's greatest challenge today is insecurity. From banditry to communal clashes, kidnappings and armed robberies, the news is replete with cases of insecurity across the country. So much so that a day without a bad news in this regard is a day worthy of Thanksgiving. Nigeria has almost become a survival rather than a living. Now, most of the young people in government can hardly do anything directly in this regard, as the majority of them are representatives and senators and can in most cases do little or nothing save to advocate on behalf of the people. However, on the list, one person stands out, as he is the governor of a state and chief security officer of the state. That person is Yahya Bello. We will therefore examine his strides in securing Kogi State and afterwards leave you to judge if he can secure Nigeria. After all, charity begins at home. Yahya Bello assumed office in 2015, but for the young governor, it was not party time, as the state had a reputation as the kidnap capital of Nigeria. Before his assumption, Kogites lived in utter fear, but not just them, travelers also. It was a case of escape one, fall for the other, so that escaping kidnapping could mean falling into the hands of armed robbers. Between 2011 and 2015, there were 16 recorded successful bank robberies across the state. Now, between just January 2015 and June 2016, the police in Kogi State recorded 167 kidnap cases within the state. Alarming. The young governor, knowing the oath he swore, swung into action, and the first point of call was to equip the security officers in the state and also build their morals and strengthen their resolve through incentive packages. The governor in September of 2016 rolled out Operation Total Freedom, the OTF, a force comprising of personnel from the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Police Force, the DSS, and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. The OTF started with an initial 300 personnel deployed across the state and grew to 545 men deployed all over the state for 24-hour surveillance and patrol. These men were not just deployed, but a monetary incentive package was put together by the governor for their medical and, of course, allowances. Also, 150 vehicles were purchased for their use in carrying out their duties. Just about the same time, the government started the recruitment of over 3,000 young willing Kogites to the Kogi Vigilante Service, who were trained vigorously in the state capital and deployed to all the local government in the state to assist the security agencies. Motorcycles and vehicles were bought for their use and a monetary incentive package was put together for them. The governor ordered also the demolition of the houses of criminals and criminal masterminds across the state, some of which he supervised personally. It was a war against criminality. Rather than the norm of influx of kidnap cases, the state began witnessing daily arrest of criminals across the state. There was no place to hide, as the governor was well prepared to deal appropriately with them.
I must appreciate the contribution of the vibrant young governor of Kogi State, who detests crime and have always been rendering helping hands to nip crime not only in his state but across the country at large. I doff my hat for Governor Yahya Bello. The support the special forces have been receiving from him, if all governors could emulate, in terms of providing strategic information, I think the peace we have been yearning for will soon be close to us.
When we went to Nasarawa in that particular meeting, some bandits were said to have repented, and that we should grant them amnesty. My lone voice spoke, and I did say that I will never negotiate with bandits, kidnappers, or any of these criminals.
So many arrests were made within the last 5 years that if you type kidnapping in Kogi State on YouTube, you'll see nothing but arrest upon arrest of kidnappers from top to bottom, from way back as 4 years ago to most recently. His strides in securing Kogi State did not go unnoticed, as the Nigerian police force in 2017 awarded him for his giant security strides. Truly, criminality has not been totally eradicated in Kogi State, as that is impossible anywhere in the world, but Kogi State is 100 times safer than it used to be. Now on the next episode, we will show you how he tackled Fulani headsmen, communal clashes, and the then Boko Haram budding insurgency in parts of the states. For now, we leave you with this. Charity begins at home, but should not stay at home. Phillips Brooks. It's time for these strides to go beyond Kogi.